How's it going, everybody? JK Fantasy Football back with another video here. Today I'm joined with a good buddy of mine named Mitch. He's going to be joining us for the mock draft today. Let's randomize the teams here and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so Mitch is going to be drafting from the 4, and I'm going to be drafting from the 10. How do you feel about that, Mitch?
I like the 4.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, let's start it up here. See how it goes. So it goes Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, Dalvin Cook. Back to you, Mitch. I mean...
Wow. I think this is a pretty easy pick.
It's a pretty easy pick.
Christian McCaffrey.
Absolutely.
That's automatic.
Yeah. I mean, there's not really much discussion
I'll
there.
take that at the 4. Wow.
100%. It definitely should not be falling that far. So after he goes Christian McCaffrey, he goes Austin Eckler, Cooper Kupp, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Najee Harris. Very standard start, except for, in the beginning here with Christian McCaffrey going 4th somehow. But, these 3 receivers are probably going to go in your first round. That kind of makes sense. We'll take a look here. We'll see what we got. You could go several ways at the end of the first round here. I mean, I'm talking several different ways here. You could go a running back with a wide receiver. You could go 2 running backs. You could go 2 wide receivers. Wide receiver, tight end. You could do any combination here. I'm not huge on taking Travis Kelce in the first round or the second, right? Like in this area, I think we can get not better tight end value, but I think we can get value later on in the tight end spot. So I'm big on kind of building up RBs. So in this spot, normally I would probably go, Stephon Diggs, but let's try building out an RB heavy build here. We're gonna go Joe Mixon. I have Joe Mixon over Najee Harris. I know a lot of people don't, but I'm very big on Joe Mixon this year. And we're also going to go DeAndre Swift. So we'll see how this goes for me. So it goes Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, Mark Andrews before Travis Kelce. You don't really see that often. And then CeeDee Lamb. So what are you feeling, Mitch?
It's possible I can go with a Nick Chubb with another good running back. Take a look at the wide receivers. Tyreek Hill, Deebo Samuel. I think I want to get a good wide receiver in. I'm going to go with Deebo Samuel.
All right.
Could have went Mike Evans either way.
Yeah, for sure. So Deebo goes to Mitch, and then it goes Tyreek Hill, Nick Chubb, Leonard Fournette, Josh Allen, Saquon, Kyle Pitts.
I think this is a good time to get that Mike Evans now.
I like it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Mike Evans, get those 2 good wide receivers.
Absolutely. I mean, you have Christian McCaffrey, Deebo, and Mike Evans.
Yeah.
You can't really do that
start. Actually, was super lucky with Christian McCaffrey at 4 and those 2
100%. All right, so now we got Javonte Williams, Alvin Kamara, Aaron Jones, A.J. Brown, Patrick Mahomes. So we got our RB strength, right? We're probably going to look to see some other positions here. Keenan Allen, I'm huge on Keenan Allen. Realistically, I don't think he should be falling as far as he does in these drafts. I think he's a late second, early third pick, in my opinion. I think he's definitely going to be one of my solidified picks here. Let's go ahead and take Keenan. So Kyle Pitts going in the 3rd here, early 3rd. No reason to take a tight end, right? We're going to miss out on the George Kittle and the Darren Waller, but like I said before, you can get some great value in those later rounds. Let's kind of build out the rest of our roster here. So with us having just a 1 flex spot, I'm not mad at taking Zeke. I'm really not. I think Zeke is heavily slept on this year. Our RB depth would be insane. However, I think one of the heaviest slept on wide receivers this year is T. Higgins. I think something that people are not realizing is how young T. Higgins is. He is 23 or something? I don't know how young he is, but he is very young. He has not been in the league long. I think this is a perfect spot to take T. Higgins. People are concerned with, Jamar Chase, but hot take, I think T. Higgins might have a better season than Jamar Chase. I kind of feel like it's a 1A, 1B situation in that offense. I know a lot of people disagree with me, but I'm going to go ahead and take T. Higgins here, and we'll see how it goes. So it goes Zeke, then Justin Herbert, Deontay Johnson, Jalen Waddle, James Conner.
Back on me.
Back on you. How do you feel about Deontay Johnson this year? Because I know, big Steelers fan over here.
I'm a big Steelers fan. I mean, a lot of people are putting him down because of the new quarterback situation, but I think he's going to be just fine. I'm looking forward to the season due to the new quarterback situation.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Big Ben had to go, but...
Yeah. Now, being a Steelers fan, which QB are you more interested in hoping will start?
Personally, I'm actually thinking Mitch Trubisky will start since he's already been in the league and he's already brought the Bears to a playoff when his rookie season.
Yeah.
With Kenny Pickett being a rookie, I think he needs to watch a couple games.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he's going to get his opportunity later.
Absolutely.
In the year.
I 100% agree with you. I think Mitch Trubisky is definitely the right way to go for that offense. He's proven. I think he should not have been a backup last year. He was, better than, I'd probably say, 10 of the starting quarterbacks last year. So
I was actually hoping James Conner was going to get back to me. I think that would have been a crazy start.
Oh, for sure.
The value of James Conner at the position is insane.
Your start would have been insane.
I think I'm going to get another running back just to have two running backs that are decent and two wide receivers that are amazing.
Where are you feeling?
I think I'm going to go with David Montgomery.
I like it. Yep, I like it for sure.
Yeah.
David Montgomery is, a lot of people are scared with David Montgomery, but it's just purely volume. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting a little bit of a cheaper Najee, in my opinion. Obviously, Najee's in a little bit better of a situation. Not by much, but, David Montgomery, Khalil Herbert is not really an issue for me.
Right.
Yeah.
I think with the value right now at the 504, I think this is an easy Waller pick here.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, getting that elite level tight end, there's a huge drop off after Waller.
Especially Kittle went before Waller, and I think Waller might be a little better this year.
For sure. Yep. I'm definitely taking Waller over Kittle in a lot of drafts. But yeah, after Montgomery, it went. Oh yeah, your team is solid as. Oh yeah, solid as heck. After Montgomery, it went Cam Akers, Breece Hall, Josh Jacobs, Antonio Gibson, then Kittle, Metcalf. You take Waller. Then it goes ETN, one of my favorite running backs this year. Terry McLaurin, Michael Pittman, Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton. You see the Denver wide receivers going back to back over here. I would have loved it if Terry McLaurin or Michael Pittman fell to me. However, there is someone that I do value in that same exact range, being DJ Moore. I said it in my last video. I'm a little scared to pull the trigger, but I'm kind of growing out of my shell here. He's just, you know what I mean? He's just too much talent to pass up in this spot. We're gonna go ahead and take DJ Moore. I don't even need to look at my other options here. So my team's looking real nice as well. Like I said before, there's definitely a drop off in that tight end spot. Obviously, then in the next category, you got Hawkinson and Schultz. I would say that's another drop off after them. QB wise, I think Lamar Jackson here in the 6th, definitely a pretty good value. Definitely top 4, 100% top 4. You get that elite level quarterback. I don't see anything wrong with that. We're gonna go ahead and snag Lamar here. So it goes J.K. Dobbins, Mike Williams, Joe Burrow, Damian Harris, T.J. Hawkinson.
Back on me.
Yep.
I think either going with wide receiver or running back here is totally fine.
Yep. What are you feeling? What are your eyes on right now?
I think with Hollywood Brown going to the Cardinals, I think especially here at the 607, I think that's good. I'm surprised no one picked him.
No, yeah,
I think you would have picked Marquise Brown over maybe a Jerry Jeudy.
100%.
Maybe even Sutton.
A little iffy on that.
Yeah, it's iffy, but
so it's tough with those Denver wide receivers. I said it in my last video, but you just don't know which of the two is going to explode. I'm leaning a little bit slightly towards Cortland Sutton. There's been a lot of reports saying he's Russ's favorite target right now. So
there's a lot of reports that a wide receiver that I like is Jalen Waddle, but since Tua's going, since Tyreek Hill is now at Miami,
for sure,
they're dropping the value on Waddle. And I had him last year; it was amazing for me. But I'm definitely gonna go with Hollywood Brown
here. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe get that Kyler stack on the way back if he doesn't go. That would have been real nice. That would have been a great value.
I probably was going to think, because I looked at the quarterbacks too, but I know with the quarterbacks, there's plenty.
Oh, there's plenty. Yeah. There's plenty. I mean, you're getting even players like Matthew Stafford in the 11th round down here.
I mean, you can get Brady with the stack with Mike Evans.
Absolutely. There's you can even get Trey Lance.
Yeah,
way late, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like great value, great stacks here. You have very stackable players. So it goes Amari Cooper, Allen Robinson, Dalton Schultz, Brandon Cooks, Chris Godwin, Kyler Murray. How are you feeling?
Think about going with another running back.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go to Kansas City here.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, nice. Yeah.
I'm not I mean...
Yeah, how do you feel about it?
At this point, it's a 50-50.
Yeah.
I'll take him there.
Absolutely. I mean, 7th round.
It's a good flex there if I need to put him in.
Yeah, for sure. I make TikTok videos on the side, and I'm thinking probably one of my next videos is going to be about Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah.
He's just he's an odd character, you know what I mean, when it comes to the fantasy football era. You got a lot of people are just saying, is it a matter of talent, right? Does he just lack the talent required to play in the NFL, right? But he did come out and say that he had a gallbladder removed or some sort of stomach surgery, so he was playing 50 pounds underweight that entirety of last season.
Right.
That's a lot of weight, you know what I mean? So it's just, he also said that this was his very first healthy offseason. So, what can you do, right? I think he might be a great value pick if you already have some comfortable starting running backs, right? So you get Michael Thomas, Jalen Hurts, Elijah Mitchell, Miles Sanders, A.J. Dillon. I would have loved A.J. Dillon falling to me. Having him as a third running back I think is extreme value. Someone else I like is Kareem Hunt, right? I've said it before, Chase Edmonds. I'm kind of hoping, it might be a little bit of a reach for him just because of ADP wise. I would take him here any day of the week, but I don't want to reach on the ADP here. Wide receivers I like here. I like all of these guys really, but what we're gonna do here is I probably would take Darnell Mooney if I didn't have Lamar Jackson, but because I do, we're gonna go ahead and take Rashad Bateman, get that stack going. He's gonna be on the bench, but he's still a great player to stack with Lamar Jackson. Let's take a look here. Tight ends, once again, I can wait. I don't need to reach on a Dallas Goedert. RBs, I think this is a safe spot. We have 4 wide receivers we're very comfortable with. I think we can kind of go ahead and take an RB here. Normally, I would probably go Kareem Hunt, but I think I like Chase Edmonds' upside way more than Kareem Hunt. So we're going to go ahead and reach here a little bit on Chase Edmonds. So it goes Darnell Mooney, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Kareem Hunt, Adam Thielen, Dak Prescott. Back on you. What are you thinking? What are you looking at, Mitchie?
Once again, in this middle range right now, it's just trying to get a couple more wide receivers or running backs.
Absolutely.
And it's whatever I like, kind of go for.
Who you got your eyes on? Who you deciding between?
Possibly Juju Smith-Schuster.
Okay.
I mean, I know he is going to Kansas City and he was on the Steelers, but hopefully he has a better round. Maybe when he has his rookie season back in 2019.
Yeah.
Go with Devontae Smith, but I think Juju Smith-Schuster is better than him.
Okay.
On tight ends.
Now, would you say this is too early to reach on a Tom Brady? How do you feel about that?
I was having on maybe either the 9 or the 10.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna put a risk on it, and hopefully I'm gonna get another wide receiver.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll take Juju.
Okay. Now, how do you feel about players like Gabe Davis? Right, Gabe Davis is going pretty low, right? He just went at the 9.2 here, but how do you feel about him?
I did see a couple drafts with him being picked at round 3 or beginning around 4.
A lot of that's on Underdog, right?
I was just watching a little thing on him, and then he's ready. He said to the news he's ready to pop off this season.
Yeah,
he wants to have a great season, and I mean I know Stephon Diggs is obviously going to be the.
Absolutely.
I think he's obviously could be a good wide receiver 2 or possibly even wide receiver 3.
Yeah, for sure. So what are you thinking here with your pick?
I think at this point, I mean, I want to just probably confirm that quarterback with Tom Brady,
That's
get the
what I'm
stack
thinking.
with Mike Evans.
Yeah, for
so,
sure. This is definitely one of those spots where you just want to confirm it.
Yeah,
right?
I just want to confirm it. So,
especially with the sleeper
I'll take
players.
Tom Brady.
You know,
Yeah,
like in
for
my
sure.
last video, they do tend to draft backup QBs in this range.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a safe option to go with Tom Brady here. So let's take a look. We didn't really, like I said, need to reach on a tight end, right? Because you got only Dallas Goedert going in these next 2 rounds, since I took Bateman and Edmonds.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see that much of a difference between Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz. Like, I'm okay taking either one. Let's take a look here, though. We got only 3 running backs, right? I'm very confident in all 3, but we probably want to strengthen up our depth a little bit. We could go wide receiver. If I did go wide receiver, it would probably... Yeah, it'd probably end up being like a Hunter Renfrow, Tyler Lockett, even probably a Robert Woods in that range. RB wise, you got Devin Singletary, Rashad Penny, Melvin Gordon, right? You can even take James Cook, but we're gonna go ahead here and take Zach Ertz while I think about what I want to do with my other pick. I think he's a very, very safe tight end, and he definitely has a potential to break out here, especially at the beginning of the season with DeAndre Hopkins not there, right? It's Marquise Brown, it's Zach Ertz. Kyler Murray is going to be throwing the ball. Obviously, he's going to be running a lot, but let's see here. With my other pick, I think we're going to take a running back. In my opinion, it's either between Devin Singletary or Rashad Penny, right? I think Rashad Penny is definitely a little bit riskier. The Seahawks O-line is atrocious. You still got that Ken Walker threat, right? I'm probably going to go ahead and take Devin Singletary here. So, I like my team. I really do like my team.
Yeah, that's...
So it goes...
Well,
you want
that's Devin
Singletary?
Yeah.
So it went Hunter Renfrow, Rashad Penny, Tyler Lockett, Robert Woods, Garrett Wilson. What are you thinking, Mitch?
I'm definitely going to go with a running back here. I need to get another one. And I think with the pick I'm going to pick I choose, I think you're going to like Stevenson.
Ramondre Stevenson, yes, indeed. Being a Pats fan.
Yeah, you're a Pats fan, so...
I just bought a Ramondre Stevenson jersey. It will be hanging up behind me shortly when I get this room rearranged. But yeah, I went Brandon Ayuk, Isaiah Spiller, Aaron Rodgers, Dawson Knox. Look at this, Team 1 taking a backup tight end and QB. James Cook, Matt Stafford. So, back on you. I mean, with Ramondre Stevenson, too, once again, there are reports saying that he will be taking over lead back duties, towards the middle, back end of the season. I'm very excited for that. I think Ramondre Stevenson is going to be an excellent fit in that offense.
I think with the 11th round right here, I think there's no reason why not to go with Christian Kirk, and I'm just going to take him.
Absolutely.
With that value right there.
Absolutely. I talk about Christian Kirk too much, so I won't bore you guys with the same details, but I'm very high on him. So it goes Pat Freiermuth, Melvin Gordon, Chris Olave, Mike Gesicki, and Cole Kmet. So we got 3 more rounds here. Russell Gage really should not be falling this far. I'm 100% taking Russell Gage. There's not even an explanation needed there. I mean, Chris Godwin, once again, not potentially starting the season. Brady is his quarterback, right? Brady doesn't move. Brady will be throwing the ball nonstop and giving it to Fournette, little dump-off passes to Fournette. So Russell Gage will be getting some of that work, especially in that beginning part of the season. So let's take a look at my lineup here. We've got Keenan Allen, T. Higgins, DJ Moore, Rashad Bateman, Russell Gage. I think our wide receivers are pretty solid here. Let's grab one more running back that we like. We're going to reach a little bit here. Alexander Mattison. I talked about him before, but there's no reason not to take him in the ending of these drafts here, right? So we're going to go ahead and take Alexander Mattison. It goes Allen Lazard, Trey Lance, Sky Moore, Derek Carr, Chase Claypool. How you feeling?
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I was actually going to reach for Derek Carr, actually.
Okay.
With the stack, but obviously it was just taken.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I'm sure everyone says it with Deshaun Watson. I know he's out, possibly 6 weeks, but if I get him at the end of the draft and no one 100%. Takes him and he ended up coming back, I mean, obviously, I think he's, like you mentioned in your other videos, he's a top 5 quarterback.
100%.
So,
Gotta love taking him towards the end of the drafts.
I'm going to take him.
Yep, I like it. You're getting so much value at the end of the drafts. Like, I mean, even if he doesn't come back, then it's like, okay, oh well, I drop him. I get someone on the waiver wire that I like, right? So there's really no reason not to take him towards the end of these drafts. So then it goes Kadarius Toney, Jameson Williams, Christian Watson, Michael Carter, Alberto, James Robinson. Talk to me.
I think I'm going to finish off with another tight end that I had, or possibly running back.
Okay.
I'm either thinking Hines or that I had last year was Hunter Henry.
Yeah. Hunter Henry. You lost your tight end last year with Kittle when he got hurt a little bit, and Hunter Henry was a godsend. He was a godsend for you. He started scoring touchdowns out the wazoo. So now talk to me real quick. Nyheim Hines, right? Do you like Nyheim Hines more than potentially Ronald Jones, as in Clyde Edwards-Hilaire's backup here, right? Like, I mean, in a situation like that, right, wouldn't you rather have, the chance that, Clyde Edwards-Hilaire isn't producing, Ronald Jones is now an RB1? How do you feel about that?
That's obviously going through my mind. And you also need to even think about J.D. McKissick. I mean, even if Gibson goes down or has a bad year.
For sure.
I mean, I think at this point...
McKissick always gets some of that receiving work, too, so... What's your eyes landed on here? What are you thinking?
I'll get the backup tight end. I'll go with the
Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
Nice. Definitely cannot complain about that. Did you make the pick?
Yep.
It's not loaded. Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Technical difficulties. Hang on. Hold it out here a little bit. Maybe get some service going back here. All right, maybe you're going to not be getting Hunter Henry, but either way, it's not the end of the world here.
Not the end of the world.
Who are you getting? Who's it going to give it to you?
This is giving me Hunter Henry.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to
You're on the clock.
Well, I'm on the clock on your phone. I mean, I would trust the computer a little bit more.
Refresh it.
Hang on. Maybe I'll just set the player to Hunter Henry here for you. It'll repopulate here. Maybe it is me. Wait a minute. We'll refresh it here. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I guess it was me. Weird, but all right. Yeah. So you take Hunter Henry, then it goes Ronald Jones, Damian Pierce, Kirk Cousins, Rashad White, Michael Gallup. We're in the last pick here. Jalen Tolbert, like I said, I love taking Jalen Tolbert at the end, but we're not going to do that here. You got Tyler Boyd still on the board. Yeah, if I don't take Tyler Boyd, somebody in your league is going to take him within the first round. I'm not, that's not even, he does not deserve to be on the waiver wire. If I were to take a backup tight end, I'm taking Irv Smith all day. He's just got so much value in that offense. But let's go ahead and take a running back here. We've got Joe Mixon, DeAndre Swift, which I'm very comfortable with. Chase Edmonds, Devin Singletary, Alexander Madison. Let's go ahead and reach, and I mean let's reach here on Jamal Williams, right? Jamal Williams is not the best player you can pick up, but I think taking a handcuff with your last pick is not the worst idea. Jamal Williams being DeAndre Swift's handcuff here. Let's go ahead and snag him. We'll just see how that goes. So let's go over our teams real quick. We'll start with you. How do you feel about your team?
Definitely would say I had a strong start. I mean, obviously, once you get in the middle, it's always kind of confused. Do you go with the running back? Do you go with wide receiver?
Exactly.
Because you got to. I have to pick up my QB now.
Yep.
But I really think all the way. Yeah, I think
picks 1 through 6. I mean, you were very confident with that.
That's definitely wide receiver heavy right there. I mean, even with Christian McCaffrey and David Montgomery.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, you landed someone who should be going 1 or 2 at 4. Therefore, you landed players like Debo, players like Mike Evans, in spots you wouldn't normally be able to land if you went at 1 or 2. So you get Christian McCaffrey, you get David Montgomery with Clyde Edwards-Hilaire, Ramondre Stevenson as your RBs.
If I had to do it again, I probably would have went with the Mike Evans on the 2 just to secure. I think maybe Mike Evans is probably
for sure.
better than Debo, but I think they're both great. So I'm very
loving Mike Evans way more than Debo this year. But then again, you're also playing the ADP game of Sleeper, right?
Yeah.
So Sleeper has Mike Evans a little bit lower than Debo Samuel, a little bit lower than Tyreek Hill. So sometimes playing the ADP, especially in mock drafts, right? You got to play the ADP to get the guys you want. But I think if you went Mike Evans, for example, you could have landed, you probably would have landed like a Tyreek Hill or something, right? It probably would have been somewhat similar.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely played an ADP game there. So you had Debo, Mike Evans, Marquise Brown, Juju, Christian Kirk, right? You can't be mad about that.
Yeah, I don't know why he's going so low.
No,
I mean, is it because he's on the Jaguars now?
Right?
I mean,
even then, he's the only wide receiver in that offense worth even mentioning, right? Marvin Jones is like 45. He's not actually, but I'm just saying that as an example.
Yeah.
But he's an old dude. I mean, then you got Laviska Shenault. He did nothing last year. I had so much faith in Laviska last year, and he did nothing.
I mean, it's the same reason with Tyler Lockett. Is that why he's going so low? Because Seahawks are in shambles. They're in some trouble.
Every part of that offense is just not good. I mean, they have some of the best, probably not one of the best, but up there in wide receiver duos, and they are on just the worst offense.
Yeah,
it's just very sad. I mean, they have so many quarterback troubles, but. I mean, you got Darren Waller as your tight end with Hunter Henry as your backup, right? You got Tom Brady and Deshaun Watson with that potential value. I like your team.
Yeah,
man.
I like it a lot.
I like your team.
If this was the real deal for our leagues, I would have been totally happy with it.
Yeah, you 100% would be very happy with this. Definitely, I mean, no matter how Debo is being ranked this year, having Mike Evans and Debo Samuel on one team, you can't be mad about that, especially with how they performed last year.
I think I could have went with a wide receiver for David, but I think grabbing Lisa.
I like the David Montgomery pick 100%. So let's go ahead and take a look at my team over here, right? I'm very happy with my team as well. This is where, in here I probably could have gone like a Joe Mixon and a Stephon Diggs, right, or a DeAndre Swift, and no, I wouldn't do that. I would take Joe Mixon over DeAndre Swift, but. I like the way that my team shaped out, right? Taking Joe Mixon, DeAndre Swift, two very high upside guys, kind of going at the ends of the draft. This is kind of my comparison, right? I mean, if you go back to last year, right? Who are the two players being drafted at the end of the round and at the end of the at that 1-2 turn in the 10-man leagues? Jonathan Taylor, who was RB1, and Austin Eckler, who was RB3, I think, or RB2 or something, right? I see Mixon and Swift very similar as those guys, right? They could very well be the next Jonathan Taylor and be the next Austin Eckler. I see very high upside for them. Getting Keenan Allen, T. Higgins, DJ Moore in the spots that I got them, I'm very happy with that, right? You get Lamar Jackson, Zach Ertz as your tight end, right? You can't be mad. That's a safety blanket. That's literally a safety blanket. Rashad Bateman for the Lamar Jackson stack, Chase Edmonds, Devin Singletary, Russell Gage, Alexander Madison, and Jamal Williams, right? That Jamal Williams pick is such a flyer, right? It's literally just in case DeAndre Swift goes down, everyone's putting in a waiver request for Jamal Williams. So sometimes it is okay to have him on that team. Overall, how do you think it was?
I think it went well.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely appreciate you coming out, waking up.
Thank you for having me.
Waking up to come and support the channel.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope everyone has a good day. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see next. Got big things coming. Have a good day.